Let us create a class. This class needs to get data from database in an object oriented style. Previously we got data from database in procedural oriented, but now I want to see in an object oriented way how we can get the data from database. Let us create a same class one more time. Now I'm going to create a class. Let's create a class true.php. Yeah, so create an employee class now. Here class is employee, employee, employee. Remember, a class we are creating. Why we are creating a class? To reuse the logic of the class. See, these employees, view employees may be required in multiple places of your website. Then you want to write multiple programs for this? No, we don't want to write multiple programs. The same list of employees I want to see. I want to see the highest salary employee. I want to see the lowest salary employee. Right? So for every time, will you write the program? Will you write the select star from table name? Is it required? No. See, I am going to create a class now that is going to be reusable each and everywhere, guys. Let us see how we can reuse the class logic here. Okay, right. So now I'm going to create a class. Let us create a class here, public function, add employee, or else, okay, let us get all employees. Right, I want to create a function, get all employees. What this function needs to do, you know, this function needs to get all the employees, guys. Right, guys, 1 minute. So here I have a method public function get all employees. Let us create one more function here, public function get max salary employee. Right, I want to get the max salary employee details. I want to write one more function, public function get min salary employee. Okay, min salary employee. Like this I created functions, guys. 3 functions I created. Remember, you want to get all employees, you want to get max salary employee, or you want to get min salary employee. Whatever it may be, all the data was in the database table, employees table. From this, all employees, we know how to write a query. Let's start from table name. So do you know how to get the max salary employee? So by writing a query, yeah, I will show you how can we write a query to get the maximum salary employee and how can we get minimum salary employee details. This is the methods, guys. Tell me, all these 3 methods needs to communicate with the database now. Definitely, there should be a database. From the database, we have to get the data, guys. Let me do one thing, open my PHP my admin and let me check is there any employee table with me. Localhost, go to PHP my admin / this is going to be PHP my admin. So let me check with one database, guys. I can use any of the database. Later we can create a separate database for our application, no problem. Let me go with 9am OCT. Let me check is there any employees table. I have an employee table. I have only one record, I believe, guys. Here I have only one record. Okay, else let me do one thing. Let me go to some other database, CI4. Yeah, let us go to CI4. Here also I have employees table. Yeah, here I have 12 records. Let me use this table, guys. Here we have almost all 12 records are there in this table, and let me get all this information, guys. Did you see all the information was available? What is the database name? CI4. Okay, so definitely all these 3 methods needs to get the data from database of employees table, which is available in CI4. We need to connect to database now, right? Let us connect to database, guys. Here in this function, so for example, I want to create an object as well. Actually, guys, you are not the person to create the object. Don't create object always. Who requires your class, they will get the class and they will create an object. Actually, you are not a person to create the class. See, you are going to create a class to reuse the logics. Whatever the reusable logics, not only for you, everybody can reuse it. And don't design yourself. Give me the data, I can design myself. You don't want to design it and all, guys. Just give me the data, I will design the data myself. Let's see how we can do the same job, guys. That's the reason I am not creating any object here. New employee like this. As of now, we created object like this, right? You are not a person to create an object here. Right. So if this class is required by Hemant needs to include this class. Hemant needs to create the object. If this class is required by Ali, so Ali needs to include this class, he has to. If this class is required for Banu and Banu needs to include this class, and he has. Saurabh also the same. See, I am creating a class as a developer. I am creating one class for you guys. This class is going to be reusable for everybody. So Hemant can use, and then Saurabh can use, Ali can use, as well as Banu also can use this class. But Hemant may use this class in a different manner. I may use this class in a different manner, but logic is different, guys. Remember, I want to give you the data to you. So if I am giving the data to you, so you have to display the data in your own design. Whatever the design you like, you can use the design to display this data, guys. Let me show you a kind of program like this, guys. Here, get all employees. First of all, I need database connection. Well, connection equal to MySQL underscore connect. Right. Here I'm connecting in a function. Actually, this is not a good practice. Later, I will show you the problem and how we can make a connection reusable. That we will see. MySQL connect, localhost. After that, this is going to be root. After that, this is going to be password. And after that, my database name is CI4. My connection is ready. After that, I have to get the data na MySQL I underscore H underscore, sorry. First of all, you execute the query, MySQL I underscore query. Here, I have to write the connection comma. You're writing select star from employees. Simply, I'm writing employees. So what happened? You will get all the employees here. Let me take this into a result variable. This is going to be a result variable. Perfect. Now, from this result variable, you have to get the data and you have to send the data to people. You are not the person to print the data. See, let me iterate this, and if I have records, try to see, guys, I have to take an empty array here because we have to send the records, right? Data equal to an empty array. Remember carefully why I am taking empty array. I will tell you. Initially, in this table, if we have records, okay, we can send the records to the person. If we don't have records, we will send an empty array. If array is an empty, we don't want to display anything in the front end. We can just simply display, sorry, no records found. That's the reason. So I have to write one function here. If MySQL I underscore num underscore rows, if the number of rows of $result is greater than 0. I mean, if you have records, at least one record is there in the result set, okay, we can iterate it. Otherwise, what we need to do, guys, here, you know, we cannot do anything. So we are just going to return an empty array. Right? So here what I will do, you know, this we are going to return. So if you have records, okay, otherwise return data. That's simply return data, empty array. If you have records, we have to iterate them. Otherwise, we have to send empty array. Right? This is what return data. So else block will be executed now. This is an empty array. So when you are calling this function, remember carefully, when you are calling get all employees function, this logic will be executed. From this table, if you have records, you can display them. That logic we have right here. Why? Let me iterate the data. Try to see what I'm going to do. Row equal to MySQL I underscore H underscore associate. In this, let me pass the result variable. As of now, we get data, but it is a procedural. But now we are getting in an object-oriented style, right? Here, what I want to do, you know, $data of an array equal to $row, guys. That's enough, I think so. Right now, what is going to happen? Each and every array, this is one record now. See what this row contain, guys. Row contain each and every record. This record is going to be pushed into this data array. So now what I need to do, guys, if we have data, the data should be written. Otherwise, it should be an empty, guys. This is what we have to do. After loop completion, what I am doing, you know, I am returning the data. This is what the variable you have to return. Here, what is the meaning of this statement? You know, each and every record of employee is going to be pushed into data array. I will show you in the next slide so that you will understand. Right? So this is my class, guys. Okay, na? Employee class. Okay, now you can come down and you can write the same program here also. No? First, logic is same for max salary employee. The only thing is query is going to be changed. Okay, let me go there and query is going to be changed. As data, same query. Select source from employees. Order by salary, SALARY salary, DESC, limit 1. By writing this, what happened, you know, you will get the max salary employee only 1. See, I am writing a query, order by salary DESC, descending order, means that top to bottom. After that, top to bottom, I'm writing limit 1. So you will get the highest salary employee, right? We can write the same story like this. Anyhow, this is only one record now. So anyhow, we are going to get only limit 1. So we will get only one record. So we don't want all this stuff here. Then simply we can do $row. Return $row, guys. This enough. Just you can return $row, no problem at all. So if you have records, okay. If you don't have records, empty record will be returned there, right? So no problem. The same query here, while loop is not required. Why while loop is not required? Because we are writing only limit 1. By writing limit 1, you will get only one record. Then why should I write the while loop here? Only for one record, not required. For the same story, you want to get the min salary employee, right? So now what I want to do here, this is min salary employee, right? Select start from table name, right? So this is what exactly limit 1 I written. So what I need to write? I need to write ASC in a ascending order from low to high. So that it is going to be ASC. The same story, guys. ASC ascending order. You will get the same data. Nothing difference is there. So now you have 3 methods. Tell me please. One is get all employees. One more is max salary employee. And more is min salary employee. For all these 3 methods, what you did, guys? You connected to DB now. So in every method you connected to DB. I told you in the yesterday's program, if you can understand this yesterday's program, we cannot connect it to DB, right? In each and every method. So we have to connect in one place. The place is nothing but our constructor. Whatever the database connection I written here, let me remove the database connection here. I removed. The database connection should not be in the functions. So it should be a reusable logic. Let me remove database connection in each and everywhere. I'm removing the connection. Just let me remove the connection. Yes, you can go there and you can remove here also. Then tell me please, sir, if you can remove database connection, where I have to write this? That's a question, right? Definitely the database connection should be kept into constructor generator function, public function, underscore construct CONSTRUCT. In this function, we are going to keep this, guys. This is database connection. Anyhow, this is a local variable, right? Local variable means that is available inside the function only. So how can I use this connection inside this function? See, we have defined connection here. Can I get the connection variable here automatically? No. See, remember, this connection variable should be private or public. You can make it a private connection because private means the scope is available within the class only, right? Private $connection. Initially, we don't have anything. That's why we can make it empty, no problem. Simply private connection. How can I access this global variable inside a function? By using $this keyword, $this of connection. So now what you need to do, wherever you are using connection variable, this should be this of connection. This is how we can reuse the database connection. Now all the 3 programs are connected to DB, but where is the connection? Connection was in constructor. So after constructor done, execution completed, you will be connected database automatically. The connection will be called for each and every method of your thing. So once the connection made, we have to close the connection, right? After the past execution completed, let me close the database connection, DESTRUCT. Remember, you can write these 2 functions at the bottom of the class also, at the top of the class also. You can write everywhere, but constructor will always call first and destructor will always call at the end of it. So my function is MySQL I_close. Inside of it, we have to pause the database connection. Yes, guys, your task is completed. A class is ready. But are you creating any object here? No, we are not at all creating any object, guys. Now, let me create a file. All of you try to see. Here, let me save a file here, rom.html or rom.php. So rom is using the employee class. What is the class name? Employee class. What is what is our class name? Class2.php. Now you can save this class. I'm saving, rename it as employee employee.php. My class name is same. My file name is also same. You can make anything. Class name and file name may not be same here, but I'm taking the same name here for readability purpose. All right. So now this is an employee class. This contains some reusable logic. Whoever they want, yes, they can use this and they can call this. These are the 5 methods we have. Constructor and destructor functions are handled with DB connection and DB closing. And get all employees, max salary employee, min salary employee. Right. So these information we have to call here, guys. Now, here, I want to display all the employees, guys. What Ram wants to do, Ram only wants to display all the employees, right? So for this, Ram needs to create any class? No. Already as a developer, we created a class. This class we are reusing wherever we want. Ram wants to use, Hemant also wants to use, and some other persons also wants to use this class. So what I need to do here, so let us create a HTML template. So to display all the employees, Ram wants to display the employees. Try to see here. Head tag open, head tag close. Let me go with something called title. This is going to be title tag open, title tag close. Here, list of employees, right guys? Here we have to take body tag. In the body tag, I just want to take a table to display the employees, right? Try to see here. So take a table tag open, table tag close, table open, table close. You can take some h1 tag also. Right now we don't have any data here. Try to see how we can add the class here, how we can call the object, how we can display the employees. Where is employees actually? Employees. So in this method we have all employees. This method, how we have to call to rom.php, that's a question. Wait and see how we can call it. List of employees. This is always object oriented, is nothing but reusability. Maximum of the things we can reusable. Right here, I want to display ER and some headings. Let us go with some headings guys here. ER and TH. Let me go with some headings. TH, ID, name, email, salary. This is enough, I believe. So we have a lot of columns are there in the table. We don't want all the columns, right? Just for displaying data, guys. I'm not ID, name, email, mobile, salary. You want to take city also, you can take city also. Designation is there, and created it, updated it, and everything is there. All the information is not required. Let me take finally city, guys. These are the 5 columns I just want to display, right? So here I'm going to take a tier and a tier. Let me have some static data here. Where is data? Data was in database. We have to get the data. Na? Not only me, you also need to get it. I also need to get it. Right. ID1 from@mail.com. Some salary I have to display 5,000 or whatever it may be, and city is going to be something like this, guys. I displayed the data like this. Can you execute? You are not executing employee.php. See, you can go and execute employee.php. You cannot get anything. I'm going to execute employee.php. Are you getting anything? Oh, I have some syntax error, guys. Let me check on line number 38. Maybe semicolon may be missed here. I'm thinking somewhere semicolon may be missed. Where is that? Line number 38. Oh, here is the semicolon missed, guys. Okay, fine. Syntax error, right? Let us refresh it. So if you can refresh line number 52 also, maybe we copy pasted, maybe, right? That's the reason. Go to line number 52, and here also semicolon missed. Fine, guys. Let me refresh the page. Okay, we don't have any error. And anyhow, you called employee.php. Are you getting anything in the employee.php? You cannot get anything. Why? Because in any of the method, can you see, did you print any message here? Echo. Are you using any echo statement here? You are not using. You are just returning the data. What you are doing, you are returning the data. Whatever the data we have in the DB, that data, this function is returning. What is returning? Wait, I will show you here. This is also in employee.php, we didn't write anywhere echo statement. Right? Okay, now you can go to this rom.php. Let me call this, guys. Let us see how we can call this. So now I am calling rom.php. Let me go and call the rom.php. Yes, this is going to be ram.php. Yeah, I'm calling this file. So it is showing you some static data. What we have to display actually here? We have to display some dynamic data, right? Where is dynamic data? It was in table, database table. How can we get the data? Already we write in a program here. What is the program? Employee.php. In this, there is a method called get all employees. By calling this method, it is going to give you the list of available employees in the table. Those employees we have to get and we have to display there, guys. For this, what we need to do, you guys needs to use that employee class, right? So on the top of the page, what I'm doing, I'm just going to include the class. You can include the class name. What is the class name? Employee. So where is that employee class? In the employee.php file, include the class file employee.php. I just included. Refresh the rom.php, and if you can refresh, you don't have any error. Means that file was included successfully. Fine. After including this, so what is the meaning of inclusion? If you are including any external file into the current file, we can get all the methods and features of that external file into the current file now. So what I need to do, for this employee class, I'm going to create an object, new employee. So that object we are creating here, because who needs, you need. So you are creating an object, you are including the class, for that you are creating an object. So based on that, you can call the methods of it, guys. Now what I need to do, guys, here we have to call the methods, guys. Dollar emp list equal to, I'm taking this, I have to call the method na? Dollar obj of, what is the method there, guys? Get all employees. What is the method we have here? Sorry, what is the method I have? Get all employees is the method. What this is going to do, this is going to return the data. Can you print this now? Emp list, you are going to get the data. Did you see? The class was created in one place. Whoever they want, they can use this class. Now I'm refreshing. Can you see the list of employees are printed on the top of the page now? So these employees are coming as array of array. Can you take a pre-tag here? So if we can take a pre-tag, so you can understand how this is going to be. Did you see? Employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Like this, all information is displaying now. All 12 employees are displaying here. These employees list you have to display into the tabular format, guys. Remember, while displaying any employee, for example, if there is no employee, guys. So for example, I'm making a query where id equal to 100. Okay, make a query id equal to 100. Refresh it. You are having an empty array. If it is an empty array, we don't want to display this table. We have to display a message, sorry, no employees is found. Unfortunately, if there is no employees in the table, guys, right? Now what I need to do, okay, we have, anyhow we have employees, right? Right, no problem. I just want to show you what is wrong if the table is, if data is not available in the table. If we have data available in the table, we have to display it, right? Right. Now we have to iterate it. Let me do a for each loop here. Go to this page, but always you have to write one condition. What is the condition? You know, if the records are there, we can display the table. What is the condition? I won't write here. If it is an empty array, we don't want to do anything now. So if it is an empty array, we don't want to do anything. This table here, I won't write one condition. If count of $emp list, okay, is greater than 0. I mean, at least one record is there. We can display the table, right? And go display the table, right? Anyhow, we know how can we display inside PHP HTML. So this is going to be closing PHP, and this is going to be open PHP. Done, guys. So here we are going to write the HTML code as this. Now you can see, if you have records, we can display the table. Now I'm able to see the table, but table should be dynamic data, right? Then what I need to do, guys, here. So here I have to make this table data dynamic. Here, removing this, let me write a for each loop here. For each, I'm using for each loop, or you can use any other loop for each. $emp list as emp. Let us take an employee, emp, each and every employee. Every employee should be kept in the for each loop. Now, can you see how the data is going to be iterated here? Now, I'm keeping the static row. Can you see the static row is going to be repeated 12 times? Why? Because there are 12 empty records. 12 records are there. That loop was repeated 12 times. So now what I need to do, whatever the data this containing in the emp, right? Each and every record. So let me remove this one. Open PHP, close PHP, echo $emp of id. So I want to take something called id. This is associative array, so that's why you have to take something like $emp of id. Emp of ename, name, I don't think so. What exactly this is? NAME or ename? 1 minute. Oh my god, what is this? Localhost PHP my admin. PHP my admin. I have to check the column, or else refresh the page. If we can refresh, you have to get an error. Okay, EMP is there, guys. That is the name only. So here, email. Let me get this as a email. Let me get this as a salary and city. SALARY, salary and city. This is how we can iterate the data. Did you see where is your class? Your class is somewhere. What you are doing, guys, as a ROM. See, this is rom.php. This is your reusable class here. It was kept into a location. From that location, you want to reuse that employees list. That's why you, on the top of the page, you included the class. After that, you are creating the object of the class and you are calling that method. This method is going to return the data, na? Get all employees. What this method is doing here, this method is returning the data if we have records. Those data is going to be list of all the employees that we are checking. Employees are there in the table. If there, and we are displaying the table, and we are here looping the employees data. Now can you go and refresh the page, and you can see the list of all employees, guys. Ram wants to display the employees like this. He wants to display the employees like this, list of employees. He wants to list of max salary employee. He wants to display the list of high, low salary employee and all. Whatever it may be, guys, we can do something like this, guys. This is how the list of employees are going to be displayed here. Okay, this is the person. Who is this person? Ram using the class like this. But some of the person, for example, now I'm going to create one more class, guys, here. Try to see. This person may
Hello,
want
sir.
to use this class in a different purpose. How he is going to use this class in a different purpose, that's also we have to check it now. Right, let us see how this is going to be reused. I'm creating another file, right? So let us take the basic structure, body open, body close. So this is a file called go.php. In go.php, he wants to display the data in a different manner, guys. Let us take some divisions. He wants to take some data in a different manner. Div class equal to container, container, container. I'm taking this as a div class equal to row, class equal to row, div class equal to call md3. So this is Bootstrap design, guys. Don't worry. If you know Bootstrap, okay, you can proceed with it. See, ROM is displaying the data in a tabular format. This is what the format ROM is using to see the all employees. Now what Go is doing here, Go wants to display the data in a different format. So what Go needs to do, Go also needs to display the data dynamically. Let us have some paragraph tag here. This is going to be ID of the employee. So ID1, and this is going to be, let's take this into bold, B tag open, B tag close. This is going to be the name. Name is going to be something called Ram. That's it, guys. I don't want to see all the information and salary. This is going to be salary. Let's make the salary as something like this. And if you want, you can take finally city as well. I'm taking this as a city. This is the information, guys. Now HYDE or a BID. Earlier person ROM displays the data in a tabular format. That's we already see. This is the way of displaying the data for him. Now, Mr. Go, right? Let us go with go.php. What is go.php is doing here? Go.php. Yeah, can you see? He's displaying the data something like this. Each and every user should be displayed something like this, guys. So for this, what we need to do? We have to iterate the data dynamically, right? First of all, we have to include the class. Same story, what he did from the same, I'm going to include the same class here, and we need to create the object, guys. Go to the top of the page, and what we are doing here, Go also including, see, one reusable class may be reused by different people. ROM reuses and Go is also reusing. You can also reuse the same class, right? So now we have employee list. This employee list we have to iterate here, guys. This is a div. This div should be iterated here. Now I have to write a PHP logic here. Let me write if count of dollar emp list is greater than 0, right? If you have records, we have to display them, right? Otherwise we can display an empty message by saying the sorry, no records found. Right here I'm writing for each in this $emp list as $emp. You can take any variable. I told you, here you can take now x. I'm taking $x. Earlier you take an emp, now I'm taking something like this. That is your choice completely. I told you, right? Yeah. Here what I want to do, let me iterate this div, guys. And what is going to happen? This div is going to be iterated 12 times now. Now can you see? This was iterated 12 times. All this is static data, dynamic data. This is static. Now what we need to do here, so whatever the data we are having here, this data should be dynamic. So let us make ID echo. This is the reusability of a class. The same we are going to use in CodeIgniter also, guys. $x of ID. We have to take something like this now. X of ID. And this is going to be X of name. This is going to be X of salary, SALARY salary, X of city. This is going to be city. Done, guys. Now if you can refresh the page, can you see each and every employee is displaying the ID. Oh, the labels we have to change, right? This is going to be the name, and this is going to be the email. Sorry, this is salary, SALARY salary, and this is with the city. Now can you see everything will be proper now? Here you can see record 1, right? Go PHP, record 2, welcome, record 3. If you want to apply some bootstrap design, let me show you CSS bootstrap 3. Let me copy the bootstrap code, guys. Bootstrap 3. Okay, let me show you. I'm not a good designer, but I can show you some design. So let us go to Bootstrap and let me copy the Bootstrap CSS so that you will understand how the things will be look like. I'm just going to Bootstrap. I'm copying the Bootstrap CSS and Bootstrap JS, guys. Bootstrap CSS is enough. Only this link. JS is not required right now for us. I'm just copying this link. Let me click on the head section. Now, can you see how the design will look like? Everything will be designed in a proper manner. Can you go and check this? Did you see? All are designed properly. Each and every record was adjusted properly, guys, here, right? So if you want, I don't know here, BG successor, I don't know whether this class is there or not. Background success, I'm giving you every row. Can you see class? But we have to provide some division. Let me write some inline style here. Some inline style equal to, I'm writing some padding, 10 pixels I'm giving you. All four sides for every, okay, inner margin, I think so. We have to give margin, I believe. Let me do MARGIN, margin. Can you go and check this? Did you see? Did you observe the difference, guys? This is ROM is displaying the data like this. This is the ROM way of presenting the data. And this is what, guys, who is displaying this data? This is Go is displaying. Data is the same, but different people is getting the data and they're displaying the data in a different ways, right? Did you see how the data was beautifully presented here in the Go? And rom.php is displaying all the data in a tabular format, but this go.php is displaying the data in a grid format. This is how we can reuse a class logic. See, class is one. Wherever we want, yes, we can reuse it. Just to create an object and call the class methods, and we can reuse it. This is all about our core PHP object-oriented way of fetching data from database. I didn't call the remaining methods, guys. I have two more methods, max salary employee and min salary employee methods also there, but I didn't call them. But these are the methods we call. But the main intention is here, the way of reusability, right? ROM is using, Go is also using, some other class also I will create, and the person is also going to be use the same, guys. Right? So this is how we can reuse the classes. Always remember, this is a very good thing and for better understanding of it, guys. Right?